All right. Welcome to our week 1 class meeting for module 153. Thank y'all as always for taking your time and sharing it with me today and to talk a little bit about billing and coding. We got Miss Crystal in the house this morning or this afternoon.
Hello. Hi,
And
everyone.
Yeah.
Miss Crystal is one of our other medical billing and coding instructors, and a lot of y'all know her from the NCCT prep that she co-runs with Miss Marsha. So y'all know that she's awesome sauce.
Hi, Julia. I met with Julia on Tuesday. She popped in.
Did she?
Congratulations again, Julia.
Hey, Miss Crystal, how you doing? Thank you.
All
Yeah, I
right.
popped in with her and Miss Marcy when he was on.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, y'all take advantage of that prep. Take advantage of the prep so y'all can get your certifications in. You want that on that resume. Want that on there. All right, so a little bit about chapter 8. Continuing on in our Bucks step by step for medical billing and coding. Continuing right into chapter 8, which at this point we're going to start talking about CPT coding. So from what y'all have told me, everybody has their book, which is this. I don't know if y'all can see it. This guy, this big yellow guy, almost as big as our ICD-10, but not quite as big. But as y'all can see, just like my ICD-10 book, I have it tabbed every section. Y'all are going to want to do the same thing if y'all have not done it already for my newer students. I know my older ones, y'all already got this done. But again, tabbing it, there's no right or wrong way. It's up to your preference, but I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's going to save you a lot of time. I'm looking for stuff. All right. So if you do not have this book, I need to know like yesterday so we can get that taken care of. If you have the 2021 or 2022 edition, that's fine. I know some of my newer ones are going to have the 2023 edition, and that's fine as well. Y'all may have some of the most updated changes in yours that we don't have. So if you see something different, let us know. But I am going to go ahead and code off of what I have, which is the 2022. All right, so CPT, current procedural terminology. All right, you remember we talked about ICD-10 was our diagnosis codes. CPT is going to be our procedure codes. This is going to be when we talk about the who, what, when, and where, this is going to be the what. Okay, this is what was done for our patient, done to our patient, all those types of things. We examined the patient, and then maybe we gave a shot. We prescribed some medication. Well, no, you're not gonna. The notes will be there that, hey, we got another visitor.
Hi, everybody. It's been a minute.
Miss Crystal's in here too. Miss
Crystal
Crystal popped in to say hi. Yeah, she's listening to me talk about CPT.
Oh, I love CPT, y'all. It's so fun. It's my favorite. E&M is my real big favorite.
Marsha likes E&M, and that is going to be a big area of focus in chapter 8. And actually through this whole module, you're going to have, I want to say there's like one particular 4-day section where it's all about E&Ms, and picking the right code and all that kind of thing. Looking at your risk analysis, your history, your medical decision making, all those kinds of things tie into which E&M code you're going to use. So,
Miss Brandy, can we say hi to Julia, the graduated student that still showed up in class?
Yeah, we did that just a few minutes ago when she popped in. We picked on her. She said she was just checking in and she doesn't mind a refresher on CPT. So, and I told her she's always welcome.
Hi, Miss Marsha.
Hi, Julia. She is a woman of her word, y'all. She told me the other
ma'am.
day that she was going to be here, and she's here.
She's good.
And I didn't just pop in, Julia, just to make sure that you kept your word, I promise.
Yeah.
Can I say something about E&M coding, evaluation and management coding? You know,
Absolutely.
we go through it with a fine tooth comb, but here's a little snippet for you. Doctors always choose their own E&M CPT codes. So the doctors will be doing that for you most likely, but it's great to be able to have the knowledge, because I had a doctor that was continuously coding one code. And when they do that, it's kind of sets a red flag, and they start looking at it and they want to audit. And he was losing money too. So I was able to talk to him about leveling up, when to level up and when to level down, and using different codes. And I was able to do that for my doctor because I understood those codes, not because I was an expert really, but because I understood those particular codes. And it took him off the red flag to get audited. And it also made him a little more money, which makes the doctors very happy with you.
Yes. Thank you, Marcia.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Most of the time, guys, once y'all get into an office setting, you're going to work off of a super bill. And one of the first things listed on that super bill is a section with a whole bunch of E&M codes. And most of the time, whoever's running, the nurse practitioner, whoever has, or the nurse has checked off which E&M code you're to use. A lot of the time. Sometimes it may be up to you to pick out which one, but they have them there listed on the super bill 99% of the time. But like Ms. Marcia said, it is important to understand the usage of these codes, because it is depending on the level. Let's say you have an office visit. A 99202 is a new patient office visit, okay? All right, well, a 99203 and 4 are higher level office visits. Okay, they required more time to complete that level of visit. That's why the code is different, because there was more time included, more time taken. Therefore, the provider is going to get paid more money for those codes. So if we're consistently using a 99202 when it should have been a 99204, we're costing our doctor money. And like Ms. Marcia said, she was able to point that out to her provider and make him those few extra dollars. Because sometimes every dollar counts, y'all. Sometimes every dollar counts. Like with the urgent care that I'm working with right now, they're in a financial crunch. So I've got to code as best I can and as accurately as I can to make sure they're making every dollar they can. Right. So that's why it's important to understand these codes and what goes into that decision of which code to use. But your procedures, like Marcia was saying, one of those biggest sections is going to be E&Ms, and that's evaluation and management. And that's your office visits, consultations, all those different types of codes. And then we're also going to look at surgical procedures. We're also going to look at like shots, anything that can be done to a patient, you're going to find in the CPT manual, and there's going to be a code for it. It's very, very similar to ICD-10. We have an alphabetic index, and then we have a tabular, and the only difference is they're in different spots in the CPT manual than they are in the ICD-10, but it's basically the same process. Okay. Let's see. Just I don't want to go over with y'all.
So, Ms. Brand, I have a question.
What you got?
Okay, I was looking at the anesthesia code in the CP10. I mean the CPT, not CP10. I'm sorry. And I was just wondering, when I go to have when I get the epidural, will it be the spine and spinal cord, or will it be the lower abdomen that they are code? I was just curious.
It depends on where you get it.
I think generally the spine and spinal cord.
Yeah, most epidurals or what they do is they put a port in your back that connects basically into your spinal column, and they inject it. That medicine travels down the spinal column and hits all those nerves and numbs you up real good. But I think they can do epidurals, ports in different places, different stuff like that. I know for me, when I had my C-section, I actually could not have the second epidural because there was something, my port was leaking spinal fluid.
Okay.
Weird. So I actually couldn't keep it, but there's so many different scenarios that can happen with that. It really
Mhm.
depends on how it's coded, depends on the documentations and what happened.
Okay, because I went to the doctor recently and the baby, he's breached, but he's doing January, so I feel like he have enough time to turn around. But they
Yeah.
just told me to think about the epidural because this is my third pregnancy, but this will be the first time I'm getting it.
Okay. Did you have your previous two natural?
Yes, ma'am. They were actually
Natural?
41 weeks over. So I got induced with those two.
So no
But-
epidural there either? You didn't have epidural with either one of them?
No, ma'am.
Ooh, God bless you, girl.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be because I guess I was induced, but it's like they just was ready to come. They just slipped out.
God bless you. But yeah, they're asking you to start thinking about that now. And with him being breech, especially if he doesn't turn, you may
Mhm.
want to, reconsider that could be painful. And with him
Oh,
breech, if he doesn't turn, they
thinking-
may end up having to do a section anyway. So
okay. Well, I hope he
Yeah.
turns because I'm scared of a C-section. I never,
don't be
So-
scared. Don't be scared. You will not feel nothing. You will
Girl,
it is
I had two of them. Listen, it's nothing.
it's
What?
nothing. Okay. I
Nothing.
feel a little
Miss
better now.
Brandy. Miss Brandy, I've made it to work, so I have to go because we can't have
Alright.
our phone. So I will see you ladies next time.
All right, Martinique. We'll see you next week, sweetie. I'll have the
Okay.
recording posted this evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But
Miss Jerica, I had a question. I'm sorry, Miss Brandy.
ahead.
When she
Go ahead,
said
baby.
about the baby was breech, your doctor never suggested when it get close to that time of having your baby turned around
trying to manipulate.
manually.
Yeah.
Stimulate through the belly.
Mhm.
Yeah, she actually told me to look at YouTube videos to see. And I actually saw one and it looked like it hurt. So
There's
no.
also some yoga poses and things like that that are less intense,
Mhm.
Jerica, that you can do, ways that you can sleep and lay and stretch that will encourage the baby to turn. So kind of look into that too.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, I will. Thank you.
Yeah, because that's
Because
a little bit better than having a C-section. I could tell you that
For
now.
sure.
Well, and Jerica, I'm gonna tell you, they wanted to do a C-section for my 5th, and I had never had a C-section because he wasn't engaging, and I had a doula, and she literally pushed him into, so they can do all kinds of things if you say, let's try that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna push
Yeah.
the easiest for them, but if you feel like that he can be turned or what
Ask
have
about
you,
all your options.
ask
all
about
the
all your options, really.
Okay.
I even gave birth to one of mine at home with the midwife.
Oh wow. That's
It was-
awesome.
It was hell.
Oh, you a champ.
Yeah.
You a champ, Miss Marsha. You a champ.
She's a y'all. She's a soldier.
Ooh.
I had my
Good.
second one in the hospital with the midwife. So, and I was in Arkansas. So that was kind of the thing. That was the in thing then. But I just want to be transparent that the last two I had it in Alexandria at Cabrini, and I walked in and said, give me every drug you got. I've paid my dues. I have paid my dues. Give it to me.
That's it.
Yeah, look at many options and also have your birthing plan where when you go into your doctor, you give your doctor your birthing plan and say, this is what I want to try before you just push on a C-section on me. Because a lot of doctors are trying to push the C-section
Yeah.
because it's easier for them and it costs us
And
more
it's
money.
convenient. They
Yes,
can
it
schedule
costs
it
more
around their
money.
schedule.
I seen a doctor ready to give up because baby wasn't coming down. And he literally said, if you can't get this baby out in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you a C-section. The nurse stopped and said, give me 10 minutes to work where the baby wasn't in distress. And, women, he goes, well, let me try it. She said, let me try something. So they tried it. Sure enough, he turned just that little bit and just slid on right on down. But he's like, come on, you look, and you could watch him looking at the time because it was
God.
getting late. He wanted to go
God,
fishing.
man.
He
And-
wanted to go fishing.
Yeah, and I know that this is kind of off topic, Miss Brandy, but here's the thing. When in the world do they think that women were made to give birth to babies laying flat on their back?
right?
Y'all stop and think about the olden days, and they was out working in the field. They squatted in them fields. They squatted in the fields because that's the gravity. The gravity helps.
They did. They flipped her. They got her. She said, it's gonna sound weird, but I need you on your, what is it, your hands and knees?
Yeah.
As soon as she did that, he just,
Yeah.
he was a little off. He just flipped right over.
Right.
that.
It's
Yeah.
all about the gravity, guys.
Yep.
Sorry, just shared more of my
No,
birthday.
that's good.
Oh yeah, I thank you all for all that, because I will tell my doctor. I go back on the 19th and I will tell her I want to weigh out all my options before, I want the C-section to be like the 100th option. By that time, I want
Right.
him to be here.
There you go. That's it.
That's
leave-
correct,
leave
'cause
that-
my
but
daughter
you
did
want
that.
that to be your last resort. And if it gets to a point where it's medically necessary, where like either you or he are in distress,
Mhm.
then that's a different situation. Then yeah, let's do what we got to
Absolutely.
do for the betterment of everybody. But let's not do what's best for the doctor, for darn sure.
Right. Yeah.
That's why my daughter went in, she's going in with a birthing plan. Let her doctor know this is what I'm looking for to do, because I don't want any epidural, I don't want any medications like she did her first child. And this is what I want, skin to skin. And after she have him, she wants the placenta to stay attached until it stop beating. And she
Yeah,
want
that's what I
she have
did
her
too.
birthing plan.
And
Yep.
another thing, y'all, do not let them tell you that they have got to take that baby for 5 hours to monitor it right after it's born. You need that skin to skin. You need
They don't do
all of
that
that skin to
anymore.
skin.
I had a birthing plan that my children were never allowed to leave my room. And I had
There
4
you
boys
go.
and 1 girl. If the boys were circumcised, because at that time they did it at the hospital. My husband went with them and then brought them back. And this is just me. I did not allow my children to be vaccinated at birth. That is my prerogative. I'm not saying that anybody else. Why does a baby need a polio shot? He's going from the hospital to your house. And listen, if you decide to do that, I respect you. Look, there is a baby in the camera right now.
He's our common. He's here every week.
Yeah, that's how medical
Look
building
at
and
that
coding, baby.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Claire, I might just come in just to see the baby now. I got grandma-itis bad. I had my first OMBC grandchild, which was one of my students just had a baby. And so I call them my OMBC grandbabies.
You can come and take him, because look, he's bald.
He's the model baby of our class.
He
Yeah.
is.
Bald.
Mascot.
He
If
definitely.
y'all see Tiny, it's called Tiny Cup. It's for children who have disabilities, tongue ties, anything like that. It's very small utensils. He's actually going to be one of the model babies for he's going to be one of the babies that's for Tiny Cup. He's going to be the Down syndrome.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's excited about that. Okay, Miss Brandy, I'm popping out so that I can quit derailing your class. I
You're
love
all right.
you guys. Be good to Miss Brandy.
They always are. They make my job easy.
Well, why do you think I like coming in? Because I like seeing all these pretty faces and
I
smiling.
know.
And Trisha's not giving me the eyeballs today. I will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye, Marcy.
Bye, Miss Marcy. Bye, everybody. I have to pop out too, so I'll talk
All
to
right,
y'all later.
Julia, thanks for stopping
Bye, Miss
in.
Julie.
Bye.
I'd give you extra points if I could.
I know.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get back a little bit back on topic to chapter 8. And when your exam and all that is. I've been looking at this module, and it's another 30-day long module, but we actually get to take some time with each chapter. We're actually going to be in chapter 8 until next Thursday. Your exam is next Thursday. Thank you, Jesus. I know. It's not 2 days and then a test and 2 days and then a test. It's actually going to be like, I think we cover 2 to 3 chapters in this whole module. maybe 4. So it's one test a week is about what we're looking at.
Thank you, Jesus.
Exactly. I know, y'all. I know. And they're gonna be along the same lines as your ICD-10 tests. As far as how they're set up, I'm gonna keep that format the same. That seems to be working good, and y'all are doing really well with it. And I don't think they're like crazy exams or anything, but I think they're challenging enough that, y'all are getting some good practice and good experience in with it. But y'all are doing great. Y'all are doing great. We have 9 o'clock. I have a video conference daily at 9 a.m. I am not a morning person. Like half the time my coffee's not even made by the time I'm signing on to that conference. But I love it. It's Miss Marcia's meeting that she has with us, all the medical billing and coding instructors. We get together every single morning and we talk about, the first thing we talk about is our LDA, which is our students who are absent a lot. That's when like if y'all are absent a lot and y'all get calls from other instructors, that's because that morning in the meeting I said, hey, I'm not getting a response from this person. Can somebody else try to call them? I have one student right now who's blocked my number. So I had somebody else call her today. So, but yeah, morning meeting, but it's great because the way we end that meeting, y'all, is everybody has to say a positive. And my positive the last like couple days has been that y'all are doing so great with ICD-10. Y'all seem like y'all have really grasped onto the material and are just running with it. So y'all are my positive. Yay. I am not going to browbeat y'all today with the information because y'all have maybe read the first 10 pages if y'all did today's assignment already of chapter 8. So I'm not gonna beat y'all up with a whole bunch of information today. I'm gonna let you kind of work on CPT. I just wanted to make sure you knew what we were going into. And that's not going to be too terribly different than what we've been doing. Make sure you all have your CPT manuals. You know that we're switching manuals. And that started today. 153 started today. So, find that in your academics tab. If you're having issues finding it, please get with me. If y'all have any questions on the exercises, also get with me. And yeah, your exam is going to be next Thursday for chapter 8. I've got the PowerPoint put up in one group. I got to put it up in the other one. But overall, you guys rocked 152. So yay. And if y'all don't have too many more questions with me, I don't have too much for y'all.
So this is where the modifiers start playing in, because I jumped in on chapter 15 and I'm like, what the heck is a modifier?
Oh yeah, you're gonna find all.
So this is where the modifiers and the,
Oh yeah.
what is this book?
Yeah, modifiers come and play big in this module.
Is that where the HIP book comes into, or not yet?
Mm-hmm. Hicks Picks we actually cover, I think, is chapter 9. I think if I remember correctly, chapter 8 we do CPT, chapter 9 we do Hicks Picks. And then I think after that we concentrate on E&M codes. We get real specific on that. Let me see. I've got my syllabus right here.
Because like I said, I jumped in 15 and I'm like, what's a modifier and what is a HIP? One?
Yeah, you'll learn. You'll learn. Yeah. You start on Hicks Picks in chapter 9.
Okay.
And then chapter 10 is all about modifiers. And then chapter 11, putting it all together, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, and then that's it. So we're going from 8, this whole, 30 days, we're doing chapter 8, 9, 10, and 11. CPT, Hicks Picks, 1 chapter on modifiers, and then 1 chapter on putting it all together. Anybody else got any questions for today? I'm still doing open sessions on Tuesdays, y'all. So if y'all need any specific specialized help, anything in particular, I'm there.
And which days are the NCT prep?
Those were on Tuesdays, and I will, now that you say that, I gotta make sure that I put that Zoom link in news and announcements. And I'll put
Okay.
it somewhere else too.
Cause I haven't I thought we had to like get a, you know how you send us the link? I thought a link had to be sent to us for us to join.
No, that one, I'm not in charge of that link. So the only thing I can do is share it with y'all. And I forget to share it on Tuesdays, I'll be honest. But if in module 152, it was posted on the NCCT prep page, which I will put all that same information in module 153 for y'all. So that link will be you'll be able to find that there.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, Miss Jerica. I'm so glad you could make it today.
Well, yes, ma'am. We've been out of school for fall break.
I know. That still threw me off. I said, what is this fall break nonsense? I never got a fall break. when I was in school.
Exactly. That's what I say. But now working in the school, I'm like, yes, we need every break. There
Yeah,
he is.
I could feel that. I could feel that. That's why my child is in karate camp this week for the whole week.
Oh, that's fun.
I had to go ahead and put her in, y'all. I had to go ahead and break down and do it because I just knew I wasn't gonna be able to get nothing done this week. And with the module ending and a module beginning.
Oh yeah. Does she like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday, we have this place up here in Shreveport called Dixie Maze Farms.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big old corn maze, hay rides, pumpkin patch, inflatables, petting zoo, the whole nine. Bobbing for apples, the whole thing. And
Oh,
they had a
that's fun.
field trip. They had a field trip there yesterday, and she had a blast.
That's good. I'm glad she likes it.
Come home talking about the cows and the pigs. and the corn maze. So, all good stuff. All good stuff. All right, ladies. Well, if that is it, I will let y'all go for this week. And as always, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Miss Brandy. You have a good day.
Y'all too.
Thank
Hey,
you.
don't forget to put your names in the chat, okay?
Okay.